Snow fell soft on Dalton's past, where he once carved her name in glass. The cabin cold, the cradle bare, her ghost still lingered in the air. The lawman came on whispered trails, with papers inked and rusted nails. They said she'd lied and he had sinned. They took her fast and left no wind. He watched her hang without a cry, eyes fixed not on him but sky. And something cracked within his chest, a silent vow that would not rest. He sold the farm, burned down the shed, took up arms and wore her red. Tracked each name with solemn grace, left justice cold on every face. 3 judges fell with hollow eyes, 1 met truth in a church disguise. The 4th he spared but marked with pain. Let your guilt rot in the rain. The snow still falls on Dalton's past, the trees lean in like blades of glass, and by the pines where silence clings, they say the wind still hears her sing.
Smoke on the ridge, sky burning red, the river turned black where the cattle bled. The crows don't fly, the dogs don't bark, just the sound of boots and the world going dark. Folks gone quiet, barns all bare, 4 shadows long in the cold, dry air. And they don't speak and they don't sleep, they just ride when the wound cuts deep. Ain't no mercy, ain't no song, just thunder rolling all night long. Seen the signs, I heard the call, and brother, they're riding for us all. The preacher's eyes turned milky white, said the hour comes before the light. Children dream of teeth and flame, drawing symbols, speaking names. The sun stays high but the wind feels wrong, 4 shadows stretched a mile long. They don't turn, they don't forgive, they don't ask why you chose to live. Their coats are dust, their spurs don't shine, but the judgment cuts through bone and spine. I seen their trail, I felt their breath, and I swear they ride in step with death. Buried friends and burned the rest. Stacked my sins like a bullet vest. Ain't no prayer for men like me, just the promise of what's yet to be. And when the earth shakes and the sky turns wrong, I'll stand where the shadows for and long. They don't knock, they don't plead, they don't care what you thought you need. The trail is ash, the truth is flame. No badge, no law, no holy name. Just 4 damn robes and one last song played slow, where the shadows ride long.
Whistle blew at midnight's fall, a rusty train, no stop at all. She stood alone on Red Hollow's track, waiting for a life that wouldn't come back. He promised her the world in flames, but left her caught in love's cruel games. The debts he owed were cold and deep, and shadows where her sorrows sleep. Last train from Red Hollow fades away, carrying dreams that could not stay. No ticket back, no turning tide, just silent tears and hopes denied. She boarded late with broken pride, a ghost in boots with no place to hide. The townsfolk knew her final song, a broken vow that lasted long. He chased that train through desert heat with empty hands and bitter feet. But some rides end before they start, leaving blood and torn apart. Last train from Red Hollow fades away, carrying dreams that could not stay. No ticket back, no turning tide, just silent tears and hopes denied. The rails grow cold beneath the moon, no more whistles, no more tune, just memories that time can't heal and wounds too deep to ever seal. He walks the line, a broken man with love that vanished like desert sand. No peace in sight, no end in view, just chasing ghosts of someone he knew. So when the night falls dark and still, you hear the train that always will carry souls who lost their way on last trains from Red Hollow's day. Last train from Red Hollow fades away, carrying dreams that could not stay. No ticket back, no turning tide, just silent tears and hopes denied. I dug a grave at break of day, beneath the ridge where whispers stay. The frost still clung to pine and stone, and I was colder, more alone. She begged me once to leave the game, to trade my gun, to change my name. But outlaws don't know how to pray. I rode at dusk, she wept that day. Now the wind knows what I've done. It howls through trees and won't outrun.
blood I spilled, the lies I said, down in the hollow where she fell. She followed me one final night across the pass in full moonlight. I told her go, she pulled her blade, and fate made deals that can't be swayed. A rifle crack from shadow trees, a warning shot, then two, then three. I turned too late, breath was gone, just silence where her soul moved on. I took the lead, meant for her chest, but not in time to grant her rest. She died with fire in her gaze while I sank deep in tearless haze. Now the wind knows what I've done. It howls through trees and won't outrun the blood I spilled, the lies I said, down in the hollow where she fell. Caught the hired gun, but I still see him in the sun. His shadow rides where mine once burned, a flame gone out, the lesson learned. I sleep where wolves don't dare to tread, my soul half gone, my heart long dead. And when they ask me why I yell, I dream that hollow where she fell. Now the wind knows what I've done. It howls through trees and won't outrun the blood I spilled, the lies I said, down in the hollow where she fell.
Against my skin, cold steel's breath, no way to win. I see the eyes that want me dead, but this ain't how my story said. I ran with fire in my veins, wild as the wind, free from chains. A wanted ghost on every town, a lawless name, a faded crown. Barrel to my head, but I won't fall. I've walked through hell, I've seen it all. No savior's hand, no gentle plea, just a fierce heart that won't be free. They hunted me for love and lies, for every truth I tried to hide. They blamed me for the blood I spilled, a broken past that wouldn't heal. I loved a man who broke like glass, left me bleeding in the grass. I took my gun and took my pride, and learned to run with hell at my side. Barrel to my head, but I won't fall. I've walked through hell, I've seen it all. No savior's hand, no gentle plea, just a fierce heart that won't be free. Through desert nights and shadow plains, I carved my name in blood and pain. A whispered curse in every town, the outlaw girl they tried to drown. Now here I stand, no tears to shed, barrel pressed against my head. But know this truth before I die, I lived a life that won't comply. So but no, my soul's already bare. No chains can hold what's wild and free. An outlaw's fate was made for me. Barrel to my head, but I won't fall. I've walked through hell, I've seen it all. No savior's hand, no gentle plea, just a fierce heart that won't be free.
There's a town they call Deadman's Creek, where the whiskey's cheap and the sinners speak. A drifter came with a scarred face worn, lost his shadow and his name that morn. He worked the bar till the night grew thin, eyes full of secrets and a crooked grin. But no one knew what he buried deep in the dark where the promises sleep. He fell for a girl with a widow's veil, said she'd wait for him beyond the pale. But the preacher came with his Bible's wrath and dragged her soul down a darker path. Whiskey and black veins running through his heart, every broken promise tearing him apart. He's chasing shadows in a nameless land with a bullet's whisper and a shaking head. One night the drifter found the preacher dead, a silver knife glinting in the preacher's chest. But the girl was gone, no trace, no name, just a note that said, I'm the one to blame. He followed blood to a mountain cave where the wind whispered secrets he couldn't save. The girl's voice echoed through the hollow stone, I'm not the victim, I'm the throne. Drifter's curse was his own demise. Whiskey and black veins running through his heart, every broken promise tearing him apart. He's chasing shadows in a nameless land where the bullets whisper and a shaking hand. So if you hear a whisper in Deadman's Creek, it's the drifter's soul, worn and weak. He lost his name, his love, his way to the girl who turned the night to day. He was 12 hands deep in borrowed land with a broke down plow and a broken hand.
Wife long gone, just her locket left, and a barn full of dead and silence kept. And came three men with teeth like knives, said time's run out, we claim your life. He offered them whiskey, a prayer, and time. They took his prayer and crossed the line. They beat him bad and burned his wheat, tied him down and crushed his feet. But hate don't die beneath the stone. It's sharp and slow, it grows alone. He healed in dirt and fever's grip, carved revenge from his busted hip. One by one they fell like wheat, harvested in alley heat. No sheriff came, no papers cried, just rumors thick where sinners died. He vanished west with one black boot, and legends sown from blood and root. No sheriff came, no papers cried, just rumors thick where sinners died. He vanished west with one black boot, and legends sown from blood and root. Burned his wheat, tied him down and crushed his feet. But hate don't die beneath the stone. It's sharp and slow, it grows alone. He healed in dirt and fever's grip, carved revenge from his busted hip. One by one they fell like wheat, harvested in alley heat. No sheriff came, no papers cried, just rumors thick where sinners died. He vanished west with one black boot, and legends sown from blood and root. No sheriff came, no papers cried, just rumors thick where sinners died. He vanished west with one black boot, and legends sown from blood and root.
Stagecoach trembled on Horsehair Ridge. Coyote calls at a broken moon. Sam Hollister gripped a ledger, page by page, counting debts he couldn't prune. His bride, sweet Clara, danced last night under lanterns' amber glow. By dawn she'd gone without a fight, a gambler's mark, a misplaced crow. Gunshots cracked at 2 a.m. Clara's name stained the sawdust floor. Smoke and madness claimed her then. Sam's black heart cracked at the door. He hollered foul, no mercy there. Silver coins spilled in crimson streams. Crow boys turned from twisted stare. No prayer could tame his screams. At midnight black Gulch's rafters shake. Broken vows and hearts that break. In Clara's eyes he sees the ache. No lead can free a soul at stake. At midnight black Gulch's rafters shake. Sam's boots kick gravestones on the slope. Gun smoke swirling round his regret. He swore revenge as his only hope. Blood's the only dead he let. On horsehair hills he stalked the crow, each step soaked by Clara's tears. 5 miles east he found them, slow cold barrels ended ruthless years. He knelt beside a nameless grave. Moonlit wind, his only friend. Forgiveness drowned in hate's own wave. And death was all that made amends. At midnight black Gulch's rafters shake. Broken vows and hearts that break. Now only ghosts of Clara wake. In every shot he dares to take. At midnight black Gulch's rafters shake. He rode the ridge where shadows crawl, a crooked path through dust and gall. A letter burned beneath his breath, the last goodbye before his death. She vanished in the midnight storm. No tracks but rain, no shelter warm. The townsfolk whispered, don't ask why, for some are doomed to fade and die. Whispers on Deadman's ridge they call, a broken heart that lost it all. No mercy found, no light to guide, just haunted winds and love denied. He hunted down the men who lied, with stolen gold and sin to hide. One fell in fire, one in blood, the last he drowned in crimson flood. The law was blind and courts were cold, but vengeance burned beyond their hold. A man who'd lost what life could give had nothing left but wrath to live. Whispers on Deadman's ridge they call, a broken heart that lost it all. No mercy found, no light to guide, just haunted winds and love denied. The ridge stands bare, the wind still sings of bitter loss and shattered things. And if you ride when dust turns black, you'll hear the whisper, never back. Alone beneath the stars, his soul marked deep by countless scars. No peace for him, no place to hide, just restless ghost and aching pride. So heed the tale the ridge imparts, of broken vows and broken hearts. For some debts paid come far too late, and some men carry endless hate. Whispers on Deadman's ridge they call, a broken heart that lost it all. No mercy found, no light to guide, just haunted winds
Dustcoat drifted down the trail. No name, no brand, just boots gone pale. He walked like someone time forgot, with every step regretting rot. The saloon doors creak soft and slow. He tipped his hat, then asked real low, is red still running numbers here, or did the crows already steer? The barkeep lied, but hands betrayed, and twitched toward where the red gang stayed. Behind the mill by canyon deep, where secrets howl and widows weep. Red once left him for the worms, shot him down and took his turns, with lover land and brother's breath. But vengeance don't forgive a death. Drunk on stolen pride, all four with guns but none who'd ride. He lit their camp with kerosene, then stepped inside that dying scene. The Dustcoat burned but he did not. He took them slow, one gut, one shot. The last one ran but didn't last. He drowned beneath the canyon's past. Now when the storm clouds roll in fast, they say the Dustcoat's shadows cast a reverend in boots and flame, who takes back blood without a name.
Sun cracked open on Deadwood Gulch. Dust rose where blood meets bone. Jesse's hands were callous rough. 6 years riding, 6 years alone. His pa's six gun hung from his hip, cold steel kissed by yesterday. One more job, another rip, till his debt's all burned away. He rode into Tumbleweed Bend with heartsick eyes and gunmetal grin. Sheriff Cole had warned his end, but Jesse chased redemption thin. At high noon the saloon door swung, cards fell silent on the floor. He leveled iron, people jumped. He took the bank's last silver store. But dust don't wash away the shame, and bullet holes don't ease the pain. Every step he hears her name, every town a burning stain. Dust and bullet holes remain. He split from mountains, gold inside, but dreams of Anne were all he had. She waited by a maple track till lightning struck, her heart went black. Jesse found no comfort there, her letter charred by autumn flame. Forgive me, love, I could not bear to see you jailed for one more name. But dust don't wash away the shame, and bullet holes don't ease the pain. And sweet ghost still calls his name on every window whisper strain. Dust and bullet Dust don't wash away the shame, and bullet holes don't ease the pain. And sweet ghost still calls his name on every window whisper strain. Dust and bullet holes remain. Left that town with my boots still wet, ash on my coat, smoke in my chest. Thought I buried all I'd done, but ghosts ride faster than a loaded gun. Every mile the sky turned gray, and something old whispered my name. Dust never forgets the blood you spill. It clings like sin and rides uphill. You can pray, you can lie, you can head out west, but dust remembers every breath. It don't forgive, it don't regret, and it don't forget. I found work on a ranch out east, kept my hat low, called myself Reese. But the cattle screamed one frozen night, and the wind blew wrong in the lantern light. Tracks in the snow, hooves too wide. Four in the dark, no place to hide. Dust never forgets what you try to lose. It'll find you drunk or find your shoes. It don't care about change or name. It remembers fire, it remembers flame. I washed my hands, but they stayed red. And dust forgets nothing till you're dead. That said time's come due. Woke to hoof prints and a blood-red moon. I ran once, I won't run twice. Let the storm come, I'll pay the price. Dust never forgets a crooked soul. It buries truth in a shallow hole. I see the four, I hear that sound. The earth don't shake, but it pulls me down. You can ride hard, break your sweat, but dust never forgets. Back through that crooked gate where the town once held my name with weight, but no one turned, no heads did rise, just distant stares and shuttered eyes. The saloon lights burned like ghosts in glass, and the air hung thick with things long past. I stepped through dust with boots worn thin, but no one saw the shape I'm in. I'm the man they don't remember, walking roads they paved with sin. I'm the shadow on the doorstep where the light won't let me in. They don't speak, they don't cry, just watch the smoke drift through the sky. I'm the name and a vow to keep. Now I roam where the dead things sleep. The well ran dry, the wheat turned black, and justice never made it back. I touched the flame they warned about, made a deal when my faith ran out. Now the dogs don't bark, the bells don't ring, and I don't cast a goddamn thing. I'm the man they don't remember, walking roads they paid for sin. I'm the shadow on the doorstep where the light won't let me in. They don't curse, they don't pray, just turn their empty eyes away. I'm the blood that won't surrender. I'm the man they don't remember. I'm the man they don't remember, just a ghost in weathered skin, left behind by fire and thunder, with no place to begin. No more name, no more face, just footprints fading into space. I was law, was defender. Now I'm the man they don't remember.
Dust kicked up through Devil's Pass, rope and rifle in my grasp. Another poster, another name. They all bleed red, they die the same. He sat alone near Old Crow's Well, a worn-out hat and a story smell. I read the warrant, carved in black, and told him ain't no turning back. He didn't run, he didn't beg, just stared me down with crooked legs. Said, you got pride, but you ain't sure, then bowed his head and said no more. Now there's a wrong man hanging from a cottonwood tree, and a bounty in my pocket that don't let me sleep. The sun don't shine where guilt has grown. I took a life that weren't my own. Rode back into Copper Ridge, paid in coin upon the bridge. Sheriff tipped his hat and grinned, said you caught his brother, not the twin. I dropped the bag and damn near wept. The devil deals what justice left. I saw his eyes in dreams that night. They stared through fire, they stared through light. Now I ride but never stay, no homestead warm, no God to pray. Each time I see a wanted sign, I wonder whose soul bleeds through mine. I carved his name in canyon stone so winds might know what I have done. A hunter judged by hollow proof, a man who swung without the truth. Now there's a wrong man hanging from a cottonwood tree, and a bounty in my pocket that don't let me sleep. The sun don't shine where guilt has grown. I took a life that weren't my own.
asked if I was running still, or if I'd just gone blind. The mirror in her empty glass was cracked but still aligned. The smoke hung low, the air was thick, the room leaned into grief, and every word she didn't say stuck deeper than belief. I'd come to chase a ghost through ash, a fire with no spark, just boots that walked through other men and left the silence dark. They said he took what couldn't speak and vanished in the pines, but I could feel him somewhere close between the crooked signs. She warned me, quiet, what you kill will follow where you sleep. You bury one and 10 more rise, the toll is never cheap. I smirked and touched the grip I wore, still worn from sleepless years, but deep inside her voiceless gaze was something colder than my fears. I rode through towns with rotted bones, through storms that didn't break. The sky held back like it had seen too much for pity's sake. The fences leaned like they had sinned, the wells were dry and deep, and in my chest a humming grew, not rage, not hate, just sleep. No one rides for free, my friend, not through flame, not through snow. You trade your heart for thunder, and thunder lets you go. You think you're just a shadow, but shadows learn to feed. And when you're done with vengeance, it ain't done with what you need. He waited not with fists or flame, just leaned against the dusk. He said, you sure you're here for me, or chasing ghosts from musk? I raised my hand but saw it shake, like it had lost the thread. He smiled and looked right through my bones and said, you already bled. I pulled the trigger just one time, but no sound left the gun. The tree stood still, the air went numb, the scene was just undone. Was he a man or just a mark I painted out of need? A shape to blame, the storm inside, a place to make it bleed. I rode back through the shattered woods, through echoes carved in stone. No fires lit, no faces turned, just silence like a throne. The bar was gone, the lamp was cold, the glass still on the floor, but I could hear that voice again, you've stood here once before. No one rides for free, my friend, not through guilt, not through night. You pay in ways that don't burn clean, you bleed out in the light. You think the road forgets you, it doesn't, not a sound. It just waits till your boots wear thin, then pulls you underground.